Hi, everybody. It's Kat. We apologize for being so late, and I can fully say it's all Matt's fault. Oh my goodness. Goodness. Thank goodness everything's okay. I saw somebody mention that. Actually, I saw somebody mention it in the chat a few weeks ago, and then I saw someone mention it on the Twitter bird that um that was cutting out 3 minutes into audio only. It was cutting out. So were you able to recapture those podcasts and put them up, or just fix it going forward? Well, that's good. Good. Do you remember, Matthew, a long time ago where we met someone here online that said that they were starting from the beginning,
Huh.
trying to catch up?
Yeah.
I wonder what if they abandoned us or if they got anywhere.
I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either.
But
That would be just interesting to know.
the tech issues could persist. Nobody could hear me for the hottest of seconds. So I now that's repaired. Now people can hear me in addition to just my mom.
Oh, good.
Gosh, what a struggle! What a struggle here on this December 14th. Hopefully, this is just like the Krampus gremlins, just kind of crawling into the machinery,
Right.
and those magical elves led by Bernard are gonna push them all away.
You guys, thanks for hanging in there, and just waiting for us. We appreciate it. Because I know how frustrating that might be a little bit. Because I'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Come on, y'all.
yeah, sincerely, get your act together. You act like amateurs, not like people who've been broadcasting on YouTube for 6 years.
Right. So thanks for hanging in there.
Gosh, actually, I looked. Somebody recently discovered us and was popping around our channel,
Mhm.
and so I can see that. I can see one view, one view, one view, one view across just a bunch of old videos,
Uh-huh.
including like our first YouTube broadcast and stuff. I guess someone was
Oh
interested.
gosh, it's a long
Hopefully,
time
they
ago.
were prominent. Hopefully, they're important people, and they are important people no matter what their job is.
Of course.
They're important. But I hope they're
Of
like
course.
VIPs, like a producer in
Mhm.
Hollywood who wants to give us a job doing something cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it reminded me of just the little time that we were, just the little channel that we were. And
I
now here
know,
we
I
are today, a
know.
powerhouse in soap opera podcasting.
Oh my gosh. If you say so, Maddie.
We have had the great Tina Huang on. We've had Tanisha Harper. We've had Ken Schreiner. We've had Kathleen Gaddy. I mean, settle in, folks. It's a soap good time. You can be clean by the
We've
time you
had
leave.
we've had Vincent on, Vincent
Oh,
Arizari.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
we
yeah.
have.
It's been a wonderful few years, and so kind of reflecting as we're looking down the barrel of the holidays. It's Christmas into New Year's.
Yeah,
2026
we
is
were
upon
we were
us.
talking about that right before we went on the air, you guys, of when Matthew was going to get his rump in this house for the holiday and see all of us in the flesh.
In the person. Apparently that matters. All right. Enough of that nonsense. Enough time wasting. We're here to talk about soap operas, folks. As if your first time hanging out, it's just not mom and son talking to each other about life, as interesting as it might be. We're going to talk about the fantasy world of Port Charles, okay? It's
Mhm.
Christmas time in Port Charles. It is a time of year in which we must be aware of eye mites. It's persistent. It affects millions of people nationwide.
Matt, if you wouldn't have gone there, I was going to go there first because I was like, let's get the comedy going with the stupid I mites. My goodness, I didn't understand. I guess is it a public service thing?
It was. So the General Hospital, Frank
Did you know there was a
Valentini.
commercial right after that sequence for freaking I mite medicine?
Then it was time bought on the show by the I Might Medicine Company.
It's it was
This is
they
beyond the
had
Gates level
trouble, and
product placement.
I want to know how short was the straw that Rebecca pulled? Holy smokes!
Well, they're just like we just used Felicia for that replacer thing. We have to mix it up. We've got to use somebody else in the hospital. And so Elizabeth won. Yeah, she got the short straw.
This is exactly. Now, I have to say though, okay, she took it in strides, Miss Rebecca. She sure did. But she looked great with no makeup on and a little bit of redness on her eyelids.
Loved it, loved it. Well, she's a beautiful lady. I mean, she when we saw her at the GH meet and greet, the fan club event, which was a good time.
Sure did.
We hung out with her. She's microscopic. She's about 4 foot nothing.
She's tiny.
She is just the strongest gust of wind is going to blow her away.
But at the same time, though, she don't look like she's going to fall down.
No, and of course she had makeup on while she was there, but she wasn't like wearing TV makeup. She was wearing normal makeup. And
She had
she
on
was
minimal
gorgeous, gorgeous lady.
She probably had on the level of makeup I do right now, which ain't a whole lot, really, just a little.
Yeah, yeah, it's worse than the Febreze plague. So the chat overwhelmingly thought that the I Might sequence on General Hospital this week was stupid and a waste of time. While I would agree that it was silly, I'm not going to call it stupid. It was silly for sure, because we're here to watch Willow go down for shooting Drew. We're here to watch Michael and Jacinda get it on in Nina's office. We're here for the break up of Brooklyn and Chase as he continues to make stupid choices. So when you pepper in my eyes itch because 25 million Americans across the nation suffer from eye mites, and here's the drops to solve it, it is a little jarring. But it's necessary. Because that made it so they can pay for the Christmas thing that they're going to do in a couple of weeks.
I understand why. I do understand why. I mean, come on. There are commercials built into almost all daytime programming now. Your View deal. That's commercial time on The View.
Yeah.
And, Good Morning America's got a segment, with the bargains with Tori and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. They're all doing it.
Totally.
It's just that the way that GH did it just seemed extra lame to me. It's okay. And that's okay. And another thing I thought was, not that I'm saying that having eye mites is a good thing. However, they could have advocated for something a lot more serious that we really all, I don't know.
I get it. I think that it all boils down to Johnson & Johnson, the eye drop company, reached out to ABC Disney and said, we want to buy airtime on a soap opera. It's likely, honestly, if I were to just read between the lines, I'm not back there. I don't know these people.
Oh, we making up stories.
But if I were to read between the lines, seeing the added prevalence of Procter & Gamble's re-interest in soaps, not only do they have, whoa, Jeannie, what is with the plus? Did your cat walk across your keyboard? Sorry, I was just completely distracted by just a million pluses being chatted in by Jeannie. I figure her cat must have hopped on the keyboard. Wow, that's funny. That is so funny. Sorry, I was distracted. If I were to read between the lines, with the added interest of Procter & Gamble, which does Beyond the Gates, and they have their product placement for Febreze and Tide and all these little soap products right in there, because Procter & Gamble invented the genre.
Procter & Gamble got more stuff than that. But yeah, it's just the two things, the Febreze and the Tide.
Right. So you see that on Beyond the Gates, Procter & Gamble invented soap operas, so they know the game. They understand. They're doing a little product placement. ABC Disney General Hospital may or may not have seen that and went, oh yeah, we can do that. And it doesn't have to be Shriners Hospitals for children. So you open up the phone lines a little bit. Suddenly you got Johnson & Johnson calling you saying, all right, we'll chip in a couple of bucks if you put in a little scene with Elizabeth scratching her eyes. We'll buy the ad break right after.
Well, I mean, it was just wackadoodle sort of, but after it took me a couple of minutes to realize what it was. I was like, why are we wasting time on her itchy?
If Elizabeth isn't going blind in the next couple of weeks, why do we care?
Exactly. It's like, oh no, Elizabeth's gonna get
a new
blind.
Elizabeth story.
She's going blind.
She's going to be the blind nurse. She's going to be able to help people by touch, by smell, by feel.
Oh my gosh. Yes, here we go. Elizabeth's got a front runner. No, she just got eye mites.
No, she's just got the ad break. Oh, but she's versatile. People trust her. Elizabeth's going through something. They're going to pay attention. All right, and Felicia was right there to help.
You know what? There's no way. There's no way that some of those actors didn't tease the crap out of her that day.
She might have teased the crap out
I
of
know I
herself.
would have.
Steve Burton, 100%, definitely. With the years and years that they have shared the soundstage together, there is no doubt in my mind that at some point over a sandwich that they brought because there's no crafty, he was like, "So you got eye mites, huh?"
And by the way, they're not contagious.
Then how'd she get them? Oh, you know,
Dirty eyeballs, that's how.
is it a hygiene thing? Has she lessened a little bit on the home cleanliness?
Behind your ears and your eyelids.
Oh my goodness. Aren't you guys tired of the mysterious guys kidnapping people and hiding behind a screen, watching their victims like their shy nerd kidnapper? Asks David. I don't know what inspired that. You talking about Pascal? Pascal's a creep, Ma. Have you noticed that Pascal has become a creep?
Pascal, and like I said last week, Pascal is Igor for
Yeah,
Sidwell.
Sidwell.
And he's a dangerous little dude too.
Well, he'll strap a bomb to your ankle, that's for sure.
Sure will. I think he's really super invested in all this for whatever reason. Mostly,
He's the
I think
most
because it's
passionate.
out of his brain.
Maybe he just really really believes in Faison, you know? Perhaps he has some sort of personal connection. Here's the thing about Pascal. If he wasn't this guy, I could see potential for them trying to find a way to, like, you know, give him a little color, you know, tie him into something, give him a little round out his backstory a little bit and see if maybe there's a place for him outside of this story. But since he's walking around the world like this and he's the cartoon villain, I don't think you can. You know,
No.
I feel like Liesel Obrecht kind of has the corner on that.
Absolutely.
And she's calmed it down big time.
She has calmed
I
it
don't
down.
know how Pascal like this would be able to calm it down to something that's a little more tolerable week after week after week.
I tell you who's in danger there. It's one little Mr. Jones. He's in danger there.
You're in danger, girl.
He's in danger, Mr. Jones. He doesn't realize how much danger he's in being on that island.
Carly and Jocelyn
Pascal
do.
will kill him in a hot minute. All he's got to do is see the wrong thing.
Oh, I'm protecting the family and the Faisons, blah, blah, blah.
Lucas, you better watch yourself.
G.H. Attic thinks that Pascal is creepy. Hello, Connor. Connor thinks that Jack, Pascal, and Sidwell are all working together. I don't know about that. I still think that Brandon is still legitimate. Like, I'm of the law, WSB. I got to take these bad guys down. He's just kind of a bad guy himself while doing it. Not in a way where I'm like, hey, I'm going to hold a bunch of people hostage that don't need to be. But if it's like, well, I'll let this hostage situation play out so I can take advantage of it afterward.
He is so comfortable. This is Brennan. He's so comfortable with collateral damage. Isn't he?
He is. He's fine with it. As long as the name of the collateral damage is not Jocelyn Jacks.
Or Carly Spencer.
But mostly Jocelyn Jacks, because she's a little closer to it than Carly is.
Yeah.
Well, as far as Brennan Brennan knows. Jocelyn's
Yeah.
closer to it than Carly. Carly's actually closer to it than Jocelyn is at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Cassie with an interesting take here, back on the Elizabeth I Might situation. Live update here, 10th floor news. The head nurse, Elizabeth Baldwin. I think she's still Baldwin, isn't she?
Yeah, I believe she is.
Hey, I'm with it. All right. Rebecca must really have had that in real life because legally you have to have that disorder and to do a commercial for medicine, says Cassie. That might be the case. Unless they have that little thing down at the bottom, right, that says actor portrayal. Right?
That's true.
But then also a little scene in General Hospital, I'm not sure it counts as an actual commercial.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the line lies in that one, Cassie. But
Yeah.
that's an interesting note. I didn't know that you have to have had like actual anal fissures or something to do a cream medicine, for example.
Oh my God.
I had to pick something like that, Ma. I had to, for the sake of the joke. Sorry, kids. If you now have to answer to your children what that is, I'm sorry.
Oh man, I can't wait to see Nick.
Oh gosh. So sorry, so sorry, so sorry. It's later in the afternoon. I'm not as tired. I should be. I should be. I gotta get that 11 a.m. energy.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, yes,
Well,
Lucas is in danger, girl. Jocelyn and Carly recognize it. Marco thinks that he's going to be able to keep Lucas away from it. Sidwell is just supporting his kid, and Pascal is watching it all from the shadows like a creep.
he is. He is. And you know where Anna, we know where Anna is now.
Anna did not make it very far, did she?
No, she didn't make it very far. And you know what? She's thinking about it. She's thinking about it. I went over water. I don't know how long I was asleep. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, girl, how can you not know where you're at already?
You don't
Come on.
recognize the very room you're in. You don't know Spoon Island like the back of your hand, Anna
She should know
Devane.
Spoon Island. She should know. And you know what? A lot of actually people in town do know that place really well. I would say Laura Spencer knows Spoon Island better than anybody else.
Well, that's why they didn't kidnap her and throw her down there, because she'd wake up in the cell and go, "Oh God, again."
Now, I don't know who's got her down there, but I have to say probably Sidwell.
I mean, given the fact, I don't think Pascal would have just done it on his own.
I don't think Pascal does anything on his own, but I think he takes great joy in following through with instructions.
They're like, "We need you to get Anna." Get in what way?
Exactly.
As he secretly hopes "get" means throw her into the harbor.
Yeah, so Anna, little Anna Banana, she's down there in the basement. She's down. You know, they should have put her. I would have liked it better if they put her in an area that looked more like a cave with torches on the walls and stuff.
A little more gothic castle.
Yeah, because I've seen the tunnels before in Spoon Island when there is some areas like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been more fun. That would have been
That
more
would have
like
been more fun. It
she's
probably
in
would
the
have been more
dungeon.
obvious to Anna, though. Jeannie says that he remodeled the cells. So I don't know if they mentioned that or something in the show or whatnot, but I guess there was some sort of remodeling of the prison dungeon that exists underneath
Oh,
Windermere.
that's too bad. They should have left it where it was. It was a lot more interesting.
Well, but then it's also more obvious. You know,
Yeah.
like he could have painted a fake facade on the wall and made it look like she was in Tahiti.
So it'll be interesting. Who's going to come in to see Anna? Who's going to walk in that room?
Nathan, I don't know.
It's either a rescuer or a captor.
Well, we've already got Pascal giving her macaroons or some nonsense.
Yeah.
So, you know, at least he's trying to hit that like everybody else is.
Well.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless he
Well, I
finds
tell you,
himself in
well,
love
that's
with a Marco. I bet that's what it is. You know, they're like, oh, you know, Pascal's watching from a distance. He's going to be so dangerous to Lucas. What if he's falling in love with Marco?
maybe.
And so it's
Maybe
not
he
going to be
thought
like, you know, it's not going to be like, oh, I need to get rid of this man because he knows so much. But, oh, I need to get rid of this man because I want Marco. Huh?
you would think he would want Sidwell.
Who knows? I mean, Sidwell's not the gay one, you know?
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I still think Pascal might be a WSB agent.
That would be a nice twist, wouldn't it?
That would be out of the blue. I would not expect that whatsoever. I would need a strong justification for that. Because that bomb around Britt's ankle was real. Okay, I'm gonna hold him to that. Okay, he was gonna blow Britt into bits.
He was he was looking forward to it too because he was so tired of her mouth.
He
Oh
didn't like
my
her
gosh, he's
attitude, and
tired
he
of her
wanted to
mouth.
blow her to bits. I mean, that takes a special kind of man, doesn't it?
He's like, just oh yeah, let's do this because then she'll shut up. I wasn't not surprised if he'd strapped the bomb around her mouth,
Maybe.
not her ankle.
Maybe Connor thinks that Jason is going to be the one that finds Anna. And I think that's not outside of a strong possibility. Jason is the action hero of the cast. Dominic Zamprogna the other day, I mentioned this on the podcast several weeks ago, but he was over on Instagram and he's like, there's no reason for the PCP to ever try. Jason Morgan always solves the case.
Yeah, he probably will. He probably will find her,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I don't know what I thought for a hot second that Britt was going to, like, tell him everything. She ran in for a big old smooch and then she said, absolutely not.
No, I can't trust you. I still can't trust you. Maybe it's going to take finding Anna. Maybe she's going to spot Anna and then be like, oh, I have to do something. Oh, my moral compass is compromised.
Yeah.
That might be
Well,
it.
I know for one thing for sure, a lot of what's going on with her, what's going on with Britt is she is scared.
Yeah, she thinks that at any moment Sidwell's going to just put a bullet in
Very
her.
very afraid now.
Oh, yeah.
And after she witnessed Dalton get shot in the head, and not
Yeah.
shot in the head, he got shot in the chest, and in close proximity,
Mm-hmm.
and like with the decision of all about 10 seconds for Sidwell,
Oh, yeah.
she is scared to death
Yeah,
now.
and not
And
only, and now she's in charge of the research. Now she is the cream of the crop, top of the heap when it comes to making Faison's final project a reality. Oh, gosh.
poor girl, she's been suffering because of her two wackadoodle parents her whole life.
She was wackadoodle herself for a moment.
Yeah,
She's trying to push it off, though. Trying to be better. Trying to make good, I guess, in the long run.
yeah.
I think Lucas will end up in the cell with Anna, thinks Matt.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe for his own safety, he's going to have to be thrown down there.
Maybe.
He'll
And I wonder if Lucas winds up being in danger, how is Marco going to feel about that? Because Marco's turning. He's not half good anymore.
he's half bad.
He's more than half bad.
75% bad.
I think so. And I don't
Um,
know if the love of a good man gets the difference for him.
I mean, it's entirely possible that Lucas might get too close to it. Maybe he'll say something that he shouldn't. He gets thrown in the dungeon, and Marco's just like, "That's life.
Sylvie.
That's life." Hi. If I
Yep.
knew more lyrics to the song, I'd continue, but I don't. I famously know about 3 words to a song, and then that's it. That's all I get.
That's all you got.
That's all I got, folks. That's all I got. Hopefully Valentin finds
I'm
me.
underwhelmed by the Christmas decor on the GH set so far. I need more.
Maybe they're going to warm up to it. But in the meantime, I'm making up for it here, working at the Port Charles Christmas tree lot. We still have plenty left here. Get it before Christmas, the day after Christmas. They all go on sale, and it's a day too late.
One year, we got a Christmas tree on Christmas Eve when I was a little kid, and we paid $1 for it.
Well, there you go. Get it on Christmas Eve then, folks. Why have it up
I don't know
all
if
year
that's it.
long?
I doubt that would happen today, but this was like a whole 1969 or so. So
A whole different world than now.
yes,
A
but I
whole
do
different
really
world.
remember getting it for $1.
I wish I lived in 1969. Feels like it was easier. Well, I mean, not for everybody. Let's just get that out of the way. But in some aspects, it just seemed easier, except for
Anytime
Vietnam and stuff.
or any time before, I can't even say the internet. Let's say even email.
Yeah.
Life was more simplistic.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's complicated. Everybody knows too much.
Everybody knows too much. So, who else knows too much over there in Port Charles?
Not Lucas yet.
What? All right, you guys. Did Willow really shoot him? What you think, Matt?
Okay, well, I mean, so here we go. The ever developing and often confusing case of who shot Drew. All right.
Yeah.
We have Willow preparing for trial, and they're still making second arrests. I don't understand how this works in the real world, so I'm not going to try to compare. Because I feel like in the real world, once you make an arrest and you're headed toward trial, you stop trying to find people to arrest for the crime.
I think
But
so.
here in Port Charles, we're still looking for people to arrest, even though Willow's about to go on trial for the crime. So, what?
And I don't know what kind of traffic cam they got, but my gosh, that was pretty clear, wasn't
That
it?
was a very clear shot of Willow where she shouldn't be. Oh,
Exactly.
goodness gracious.
Exactly. I think Willow's going to say that she was just driving about and she didn't even realize she was on his
Oh,
street.
of course. Oh, I didn't know.
Exactly.
I was
She's
just
going to
so
try to
out of
Snow
my
White her
mind.
way out of it.
I was out of my mind. I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because it's gonna be like everybody was there. Kai was there. Trina was there. Willow was there. Michael was there. Tracy was there.
So,
Drew was there, and the killer.
I know a lot of people's opinion now has decided that Willow indeed did shoot him, and Michael knows it because he was witness to it.
Well, then maybe that's the case.
Maybe it is the case.
Maybe that is what it is, and ultimately this thing that Drew is struggling to remember is going to be the face of the love of his life. You did it. You did this to me. I can't believe it. You did this. You shot me, Willow.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I would think that if Willow did indeed shoot him and she does not realize it or does not remember, she's blocked it out, she needs to go to Shady Brook and stay for a minute.
No. Yes, sure. Shady Brook, Pigeon Ford, I don't know. Just send her away. Send her away for her to be studied, to be therapied, to be fixed. Mentally.
Yeah.
I think Willow snapped and shot Drew. I just don't understand. Like, I guess I get snapping and being out of your mind and not knowing what you're doing. I guess I get that. But I don't understand why the death of the judge was the thing that made her want to go shoot Drew. It doesn't connect. I don't understand that.
Well, wouldn't it be good if it turns out that she did indeed shoot him? I hope they do a little memory thing of her with different scenarios and, leading up to make us understand where did she decide, okay, what I need to do is shoot his butt.
Yeah, somewhere on her drive, some sort of thing where she's talking to herself in the mirror like Janet from another planet.
Exactly.
You have to do something. You have to end this.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Get that gun you were going to use to shoot Michael. Shoot Drew with it instead.
It was interesting on Friday. She went from, woohoo, there's somebody else. I'm going to have my charges are going to be dropped. It's somebody else. And by the end of it, she was looking at footage of her own self.
Yep. And she's like, oh, shoot.
Oh, doggone.
Oh, no.
What
Curtis
happened
isn't
here?
going to go down for this. They're not going to pin it on that guy. Oh, no. What am I going to do?
And Curtis went skipping on out of there. There for a minute.
I mean, Curtis was not a suspect for very long, was he?
Yeah, how long was he in the jail? Probably 2 hours?
Like 2 hours, and then honestly, like they introduced this for a second last week, and they resolved it this week, and now my question is why? Why? Is it just because there was this lingering spotlight, this plot point over Curtis that they needed to resolve? Otherwise, people were going to be like, "Well, what about Curtis?"
Maybe they promised. Maybe they promised Selena Wu a day.
We're not gonna, listen, we're gonna find a way to get you in here at the end of November, okay? Promise, Liddy, I promise. We're gonna get you a scene just in time for Christmas so you can have a wonderful holiday.
I wasn't, but we don't even know. He says that he said never mind, and there was no but is it true?
It's the Edwards gun of it all that makes me say it's true. It's just the Edwards gun of it all. I can see Willow having taken that gun because in her twisted, broken mind, she's like, I'm going to shoot Michael with this at some point, and it's going to be poetic. And so she took it. And then ultimately she shot Drew with it, if indeed Willow is the culprit. I can see that playing out. Far more than Miss Wu getting her hands on Edward's gun so she can make it look like it was somebody else.
Yeah.
That to me sounds more like a cop-out than a plan.
Sure. And they said they were going to look at
Hi,
all
Melinda.
to see if there was any money transferred to Miss Wu, and I guess there wasn't.
No, you cut the wire transfer, all this sort of stuff. So he's like, I need you to kill him. Oh, man, I shouldn't have done that. Hey, Selena, you know me. Yeah, I got cold feet. Oh, good. You never even called anybody because you knew I was going to back off? Great. It was good hanging out.
And then Selena will do their card table will be open again. It's a boy.
The card tables will be open again, otherwise your father is going to hear about what you have done.
Exactly. Or something. That's Selena's loose ticket right there. Right? She would do something.
Oh my gosh, Cassie got a tree for $20 once.
Cassie got a what?
A Christmas tree for $20 once.
That's pretty good, actually. I think that's equivalent to $1 for 1969, I think.
He's like, yeah, give me $20 for lunch, you can have it. Hello, Liz. Hello, Liz. I think it was originally supposed to be Kai, but they changed it to Curtis, says Kai won, but I think that's how bad the rating is in General Hospital. What? Oh, come on now, Kai won. Things are going strong when it comes to the audience of GH right now. People stopped talking about that a long time ago.
I think the only thing that they're guilty of right now when it comes to that, and it's a old guilt of GH that we've seen it over and
Oh,
over and over
yes.
again, too long of an arc.
I can see that.
That's it. That's it.
I can see where it is being stretched, and like I mentioned with the Curtis thing, why did we even bother doing that? Why did we add time to this plot with the Curtis thing? It's sort of forcing out the Portia secret. I guess
Yeah.
that's a result. Because otherwise,
Well,
why would the secret have come out?
that's true. That's true. Well, we're going to see what happens next week. And I tell you what, Alexis is probably thinking, I'm so done with these stupid people. My
I'm so
gosh.
finished. When this trial is over, I am not Suzanne. Suzanne. By the way, hi. We talked to each other on Instagram briefly. Do you recognize the other character that the actress who played Suzanne was on General Hospital?
No.
She came through a couple of times a few years back. She interacted with Elizabeth and she interacted with Laura.
No, I don't remember that. That's for sure.
Her name is Jen Ray, the actress. She's on General Hospital currently playing Suzanne, the paralegal,
Yes.
who's been fun. She flirts with fun. She and Sonny have good. She and Maurice obviously get along backstage. They have their fun on
Oh, they
set.
have a good time eating carrot cake
Now
together.
she's playing, members of the jury, guilty, like Suzanne is becoming a regular member of the Miller
Yes.
Davis agency. But she
Yes.
was
And
on a
Alexis
number of
seems to
years
have a lot of
ago.
respect for her.
Yes, yes. And she was on a number of years ago as a character named Chelsea. Chelsea Lamb. The chat gets it right. Matt Kreider, I think, shouts it out. Sandra shouts it out. Kai Wan shouts it out. She was Chelsea Lamb, the psychic. She's the one that was like, Elizabeth, you shoved Ryko down the stairs.
Oh
She was
my
the
gosh.
she, the vibes in this house, Elizabeth. Oh. And then she also told Laura about her son. Oh no, not that one. The other
I
one, which turned out to be Nicholas.
I do remember those scenes. Now I don't remember her face, I just didn't make the connection, but I sure enough do remember those scenes. Yes.
Yeah. So hello, Jen. Hopefully you're watching the podcast today. But yeah, she played Chelsea, the psychic, a number of years ago. Now she's Suzanne. So that's fun. That's fun.
That is cool.
Yeah, I remember that psychic coming through a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I like Suzanne. I loved Ronnie, and I miss Scotty and Brad, says Annette. That's a good list. I don't know. I'm not going to argue that list.
Do you know that I could almost see Lucas take Brad's place for Britt's good friend? He just won't be as dirty.
But he can be just as catty on the red carpet.
Exactly. And Britt was so happy that he wanted to recommend that she get her license back. She was thrilled that Lucas was.
Really? Well, yeah, you're too good of a doctor to not see a patient. Like,
Yeah,
sincerely.
yeah, he was pretty much, I'm paraphrasing, but he was pretty much, you suck as a person, but you're a great doctor.
But when it comes to medicine, gosh darn it, there's just nobody better than you or Britt Westbourne. I can't wait to call you doctor again.
Oh my
I miss
goodness.
Olivia as a kooky psychic, says Matt. We don't get much Olivia at all. We got Ned this week, though. We got
I used,
Ned. We got Brooklyn and Ned.
I used to really enjoy Olivia and Carly running the Metro Court together, and
Yeah.
they were I thought they were just really good together.
Well, now we got Michael and Jacinda boning on the floor of the Crimson office. Okay, now we've got the wild tale of Chase in Brooklyn. You know, we got
Yeah.
Sidwell cramming his tongue down Lucy's throat.
Ugh. No, thank you.
He is happy to just flaunt his man wares wherever it's going to give him an advantage, huh?
Remember I told you that he saw, and I still believe this, Lucy is his entertainment.
She's just fun. You're so fun, Lucy, you see.
Exactly. I still think that's,
So
because when it
enjoyable
comes
to have around.
her usefulness is, I think it's already been done.
Introductory to Port
So
Charles.
there's
She
still this,
literally wrote the book.
there's deception stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he just finds her to be so entertaining.
And fun to kiss. Matt Kreider says that was gross. Yeah, it was not a popularly received kiss, and it was not meant to be. This was the... Remember when Nicholas and Esme kissed? And they started getting it on, and people were really grossed out by it. Because they
Yes.
played the scene as really gross.
Yes.
They played it like that. They played it as gross because it was gross. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were writing. They knew what they were performing. Same thing here. He kissed her like that because it was meant to be nasty.
Uh-huh.
It was meant to be like, ugh, I don't want that.
Yeah. Ugh.
Ugh. Ugh. Well, apparently Lucy liked it, though. Sidwell's only using Lucy, says Liz. I feel, Liz, that Sidwell is just using everybody, even Marco to a degree. Maybe he might not be willing to burn the bridge between him and Marco for whatever reason, but he's certainly being advantageous over his position with Diane and Alexis, his relationship with Lucas, the ties that bind when it comes to them and Carly and Sonny and the extended family.
That's a ear to the door, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It is. It's a
Mark-
quartermain
Mark-
glass to the door right there. Is what it is.
Exactly. And now the more and more and more Marco is finding himself leaning toward his dad's side, the more
Because
likely
Sonny-
he is to try to hear
Because
something
Sonny
and
killed
report
my
it back.
mother.
That I know that it was his mom and everything, but being the history of her and the history of their relationship, you wouldn't think that he'd still be this tore up and vindictive about it.
But Lucas had just convinced him to let it all go and forgive him and forgive her and love her anyway. Has she always been there for you? Has she always tried? Whatever he actually said. The sentiment.
And we do have to remember that Sonny did get his ass whooped on. Didn't he?
Sure did.
He sure did.
It wasn't a meat hook, but there might have been a brass knuck or two.
Yeah.
So yeah, he whooped on him good. Whooped on him good.
Whooped on him.
And then dumped him on Sidwell's stoop.
Yeah.
And Sidwell bought the Pierce. I didn't realize we had gotten that far already.
I know. It's just like overnight, right?
Yeah, it was
Because it's an all cash deal. They don't need escrow.
Shoot, though,
Oh my God.
wow.
But and but for everyone that voted, and for everyone that's has some kind of investment on it, cared about it, have got to think, what the hell?
So I think that Measure C was about where the McConkey Esplanade was going to be, not if Sonny had to no longer own. It wasn't a measure against Sonny. It was a measure for where the Esplanade would be placed.
But that's not what Sidwell's going to want him for. He wants the Pierce for the Pierce.
Right, but since he's tied in with Drew and Drew's under his finger, it'd probably be pretty easy for him to be leave that one pier open and hidden off in the corner for me to use while the Esplanade operates above it or some nonsense, right?
That's true.
So
That's true.
I feel like it was still in within the plan of Sidwell for the Esplanade to go there, or at least for Sonny to have to give up ownership and for him to do some sort of shake, rattle, and roll, and then ultimately wind up with ownership and and the Esplanade goes next door. I guess.
Well, eventually something's going to happen to Sidwell, but I don't think it's going to be for a while. He's going to have a thorn in people's side for a while longer.
Yeah, I know. Sidwell is nowhere close to being finished on the show. And even when this all wraps up, depending on how it wraps up, because soaps used to be so good at making it so, you do a bunch of bad stuff and then you don't go away.
Mm-hmm.
They go away at the end of all these stories. Now, even if it's briefly and then they come back and blah, 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 but they always go away in the modern era of soap telling.
Mm-hmm.
So, without stretching the storyline too far, he is enjoyable. So hopefully that break between this story and the next Sidwell story is a distance away.
I thought of something else.
What was that?
You know who also really knows the house really well? And she got herself a nephew that lives there.
Oh, it's Ava.
Ava.
Yes.
Ava might find out what's going on.
It's entirely possible. So,
And she's a badass, and if her brother needs some kind of saving, she'll be there for it. I mean, her nephew.
in the chat, somebody said that Sidwell was interested in Ava. So yeah, I think that tracks. I think that Lucy is entertaining, like Ma said, and Ava is the intellectual challenge.
Yeah, and he knows that she's got all this crime history, been from a crime family, and she's been in Port Charles for some time. She's damn sexy.
Maybe she'll
Oh, she's got
understand.
the whole pack.
And she has a fine taste for art.
Yes, she does.
And Nina, too, she lived there, says Matt. She did. She lived there with Valentin. And Valentin knows Spoon Island. Oh, gosh. Everybody's worried about
A lot of
Valentin.
people know Spoon Island pretty well.
Nicholas. They need to ask Nicholas. Nicholas, if you were having somebody in Windermere, where would you stick them? And he'd tell you.
Even Lulu and Dante know that island pretty well.
I don't see how Lulu wouldn't. I mean, given Lulu's youth and the prevalence of the Cassadine plot against the Spencer while she was younger, there's no way in Hades.
I remember her being on Spoon Island. I don't remember who had her or whatever, but it was early on in the Lulu Dante thing. Dante went and saved her.
Oh, well, there you go.
That was a long time ago.
Oh.
That's like Julie Berman a long time ago.
Gosh, yeah, we don't even really have stories like that anymore on this show. Somebody rushing in to go grab a kidnapping victim.
And it would be cool if Valentin found Anna too.
Yeah, well, I mean, at first Valentin has to call off the dogs. All right, apparently he did some sort of Jason-born mega escape from this jet that we were not privy to on our screens.
Yes, I guess he had one of the guards was in cahoots with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just puts the plane in autopilot or something.
And then hops out of there with a parachute. And then comes the guy go find Carly because gosh darn it, you can't have all the fun.
But he's right though. Hiding him at Carly's is a perfect place because no one was.
Who is gonna think that I am here?
No.
Of all the places.
And that's Sonny's old digs. That house is pretty big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, having Jocelyn there on the property, though, could be a problem.
Yeah.
Because Jocelyn's not the same person she was 5 years ago. She might stumble upon him or figure it out somehow.
It's possible. Yes. Jocelyn also now has some training.
Exactly.
So she might see something like the first aid kit, for example. She'll start to see things amiss here and there and start asking questions and eventually put things together. Now she's going to be like, shoot. Now I'm in this position where I know where Valentin is and my mom is hiding him. Brandon is looking for him and now I'm in conflict with my WSB responsibility.
And that's exactly the reason why she should have never been pursued anyway.
Yeah, Brandon made a huge mistake.
He should have left Carly alone romantically, or he should have left Jocelyn alone professionally.
Brennan made a huge mistake recruiting Jocelyn. He saw the gold, he saw the glitter, he saw the path to his goal and his success in his future.
Mm-hmm.
But made a huge mistake when it came to pursuing it.
He did.
You can blame Brennan if you want. You can blame Jocelyn. You can blame Cyrus. You can blame Dex. You can blame any number of people, but there really only is one person to put the blame on. And that is Eden McCoy.
You think so?
Oh, I know so. All right. If you hate this story, write Eden. No, I'm kidding. Everybody, be really nice to everybody around you. There's no reason to be mean. But no, she went to the. From my understanding, and listen, folks, I don't know these people. I'm not back there. But from my understanding, she went to Frank. She's like, hey, this has been fun. This has been great. This has been enjoyable. I love being on the show. But other people get to carry a gun and do stuff. I just have dead boyfriends. Can I do something like that? And so they wrote Jocelyn in a different direction. From my understanding.
I love it.
Hey, advocate for yourself. Folks, closed mouths do not get fed. All right, squeaky wheels, they get the grease.
As long as you don't, as long as you don't get so damn screechy, they want to just take the wheel off.
Right. So they're like, okay, well, this one's had it. We need to put a new wheel on.
Anyway, you know what? I don't think that's, I don't really, Eden McCoy is a great actress. I think she owns Jocelyn as much as Laura Wright owns Carly.
All right.
That much. And I don't think that's something that shouldn't have been entertained of her concerns, because Eden, she actually left college to just because she loves GH so much and could have had a hard time balancing the both.
Right.
They were going to have to write down Jocelyn to a certain degree for Eden to stay a full-time student at college and be able to succeed at both places.
Yeah, you saw it with the other cast members of her little crew there. All right, the original Trina, well, the second Trina, the original Trina was on for a day, but the second Trina, she chose studies and other projects. Cameron, William Lipton, he chose other projects and education as well, and stepped away from General Hospital. And Eden McCoy was faced with the same choice, and she chose to lean into General Hospital than away from it. I don't know if I think she still finished college. She didn't leave school for it or anything, but she didn't prioritize that school and other and my band and these other things that I want to do. It was GH in college.
For Eden to do that, because she did go to college for a while. For her, not only was she a student and then trying to do GH, but she was on the volleyball team there too, which she has a big passion for. So that with practices and games and everything, something was going to have to give.
That was likely what gave, because it's the college and the band and the modeling and the other movie I want to do and the TV and the other interest I have in fashion design and the other interest I have in political science or whatever it might be that these young people, remember, they're 19, 20 years old. When you were 19, 20, you still also were trying to figure out what it is. And when it comes down to it, General Hospital is great. You're on TV, but it's also still a soap opera. You're still only making so much money doing it. So it isn't the life-changing, anchoring, I'm going to do this forever, F everything else, I'm a TV star job. I can see why other people, younger people who might be more interested in political science or baking or anything else, might be more interested in pursuing that than continuing to see if I can spend the next 60 years at 2 o'clock on your screens. Not that there's anything against that, because I love seeing people for 60 years at 2 o'clock on my screen. So I'm happy that those people made that choice.
So I'm just saying though, that since Eden has that kind of commitment to the show, I think asking something like that, and if Jocelyn wasn't, of course we'd get over it, but we would really miss Jocelyn.
Yeah, I mean she's been Eden. Eden's been playing Jocelyn since she was 11.
Yeah,
it's been over a decade of this same person playing it.
She's going for a Jonathan Jackson kind of legacy, at a very early age. And there's been others too, but the others are gone. I mean, Kimberly doesn't jump in and out anymore.
No, but they're also in their 40s and 50s now. They had their heyday. Robin, oh my God, one of the biggest, most memorable, beloved characters in General Hospital history, and that's not because she was only on for a breath. She was on significantly in her youth at Eden McCoy's age.
Exactly.
So she's somebody that made that similar choice. I'm artistically satisfied by this. This is a good time. I enjoy the people I'm surrounded with, and I'm making enough money to be comfortable with the lifestyle I have. All of this stuff has meant there's no reason to move on until There is. Well, I've played this. I've done this. I've enjoyed this. I've had the love story. I'm now seeing the cyclical part of soap operas where I'm playing the same thing with a new actor. I've been interested in directing. Let me go check that out.
Do you know, I don't remember who it was, but there's somebody just recently directed an episode.
It was Kate Manzi.
Who?
Kate Manzi?
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Christina. She directed an episode of General Hospital.
I couldn't remember who it was, but I did see that somebody current on the show had just directed an episode.
Yeah. It was Christina. Hello, Christina Corinthos Davis.
Oh, cool for her.
Yes, good for her, Kate Manzi. Yeah, she
wonder if
directed it.
she
She had
ever
a good
got to
time.
direct an episode of Days of Our Lives.
I don't know.
She was over there for a while.
She was. I think she directed the episode where Cody and Molly were slow dancing together.
Oh, really?
I think that's what the one was. I'm sure somebody in the chat knows a little bit better than I do. Liz says that they could have made Jocelyn a little bit more like her dad, Jax, and followed in his business. I guess the gun-toting law thing was a little bit more attractive to the writer at the time. I don't know, because like I said, I'm not back there. I don't know these people. I wasn't privy to the conversation. I heard that Eden McCoy said to somebody, I would be interested in doing something like this. Period. Like, that's the end of my detail when it comes to it. So I don't know if there was a discussion over what it should be, what direction it could take. What would you be interested in doing, Eden? I don't know how much input she actually had on the new take, other than just saying, I'm interested in doing something that isn't just dating the next dude.
To me, if it were me, I'd be make me a Spencer, make me a Spencer, make me a Spencer.
And that's the thing. When it comes to the family lineage that she has, joining the WSB to make her a little more action-oriented wasn't necessary. She could have just started to jump in on it because she's Carly's daughter, and Carly would jump in on it. And now that Laura Wright is playing a Carly that isn't jumping into it, you know, she's not scrapping and scraping like she once was.
Well, I hope she scraps and scrapes with Brennan by the time it's over. I'm hoping.
Well, with who? Like, you wanted her to beat the crap out of Brennan?
The way she looks at him when he don't know she's looking, it's like she's burning holes through his body.
Well, maybe she's just going to run him over.
Yeah, she's going to do it Alexa style.
Oh, yeah. She's going to be like, so Alexis, when you're accelerating into a human being, is there like some sort of like torque or some sort of like turbulence that I need to be worried about before the impact that might help me just maximize the collision?
Damage.
You know, is there just something there that any advice that you can give me, Alexis?
Mercy.
Which episode did she direct? I'm not 1,000% sure. I think that it was the episode that included the little brown dog slow dance between Cody and Molly. I think. And so it was like 2 weeks ago or something like that. So she would have directed it maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Molly and Christina act like there's never anything wrong now.
I'm glad. Except there is. There's something huge wrong, and his name is Rick.
Yeah.
And the secret and the truth and the fact that Cody trying to be a good person and Molly being the champion righteous lawyer of justice probably should be informed that this story that's been spun for her benefit is not exactly true. And her mom and her sister and her good friend Ava are demented minstrels.
Yes, they are. They are. They are a coven, and they have been stirring the cauldron.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh,
Okay.
goodness.
You guys, we can't finish out before we talk about
Yeah.
the one with the baby growing.
The one with the baby. Oh, my baby hurts. Why
My
is
baby
Jordan...
hurts.
Hey,
Yeah.
great. David's with us here in the transition. Why is Jordan practically stalking Curtis like a lovesick groupie at a Backstreet Boys concert?
Oh, I'll be there on December 30th.
Are you going to another Backstreet Boys with my sister?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Be in Vegas for that on the
Mother.
30th.
Mother, they're gonna be Donny Osmond's age. You're gonna be 96 years old, sitting in that chair next to my 70-year-old sister. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hey, you know what? If I'm still doing that, my gosh, God is good, and He has kissed me on the head.
Backstreet's back. All right.
All right.
All right.
Anyway, I love that though. I love that analogy. I love that.
David. Because I can't explain it, David. I wish that I could, because usually I can. You know, folks. Usually I can come up with I can make it up, something that connects the dots of the story, some sort of motivation for a character to be doing something based off of some sort of action that they took in the past. I cannot at all when it comes to Curtis, Jordan, and Trina. I cannot explain anything that they are doing. I can explain Portia. Week over week over week. It is crazy, Ma, because I criticized this character until I was blue in the face 2 months ago. And now I'm like, she is the only one that's making any freaking sense.
You know what? Yeah, well, she making a little bit of sense. Did you feel bad for Isaiah at the end there when he's like, he sees the three of them, the little family, and talking about Portia going home, taking a rest.
No, I don't feel bad for Isaiah.
Well, not really. I didn't really, because he didn't get there being a good guy, not really. But anyway, he was sure dejected though, wasn't he?
He was dejected. He wants himself a little slice of that Portia family pie. And
Yep.
I do not feel bad for him in the slightest. This man went where he shouldn't have, connected in a way that he shouldn't have had, found himself in a situationship that needed to not be a situationship at all and needed to remain a professional distance of respect between two doctors. Isaiah
I agree.
was an idiot.
And you can't even say that he had never met Curtis and didn't know who in the hell he was. Yes, he had.
He knew Curtis. He knew that family well enough already because he had just got off the Jordan train.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
no, I do not at all feel any sort of
You would think.
sympathy toward Isaiah the Cannon Gannon.
I know. You would think that Curtis would want to give him a good
He's
old
gonna.
shot
He's gonna. And Curtis has no right to
Because-
either, okay?
because Isaiah laid down with both of his ex-wives.
Listen, he can do whatever he wants with Jordan. She was so separated from that marriage at the time. And it was
Right.
two single people coming together having a good time. I don't think that there should be any issue with that. Curtis, however, is going to have a huge issue when he finds out that Portia had slept with Isaiah, to the point where he is going to sock him a good one. He's going to pop him in the chops, is what he's
I
going to
think he
do.
might.
He's going
I
to,
think he
1,000%, I guarantee you, Curtis is going to
In
punch the lights
front
of
the
Isaiah out.
elevators, right at the 10th floor.
And
please.
Isaiah's going to fight back because he already wants to, and it's going to be a fisticuffs until somebody has to separate them, and I hope they choreograph it really great. I'm looking forward to it. However, with all of that said, Curtis does not have any right either to punch the hell out of Isaiah, because all of that went down a few minutes after. Now, it was a few minutes after, but all of that went down when Portia was like, well, if you leave right now, I will know that we are through. And then he left.
You're
They
right.
were through. He has no right at all.
He doesn't. But the fact that she was doing something right there in that office, not but 20 minutes later, just makes it dirty, that's all.
Sure. From your moral perspective, from many people's moral perspective, from the choices that they would make for their life and how they would feel after their marriage ends. Absolutely, I totally understand the mindset. But when it comes down to it, if you want to break it into just like legal code, the relationship was over. Sure, they didn't sign anything. Sure, they were still legally married. But for all intents and purposes, he walked out. He was done. It was over. It was over in that moment, and then any choice that she made from the time that door closed was hers to make without question.
I agree. I think what makes it, well, it doesn't make it any worse, really, but I think as an audience, if the genders were flipped, we would.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a dirty dog move. It is a dirty dog man move, and that is just 100% when it comes just the human condition of how we take and understand stories.
Right.
As much as there's a resistance to it in 2025, and we're going to get into it right now at the tail end of the podcast, as much as there's a resistance to tropes and traditional depictions of and blah, 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 blah within movies and TV, the aspect and the element of the fact that these are storytelling devices, they're telling us stories, That's what it is. Instead of reading the text of a book, you are watching the movie. It's the same thing. It's just a different medium. With that, the human understanding and the human psyche needs recognizable things to attach a story to in order to understand the gosh darn story. And if you remove that thing away where if the man immediately sleeps with a lady because of human culture and history and has trained the human mind to think this, that becomes something that you can understand in your story. And so it makes a man bad to do that, and it makes a woman liberated to do that, and it all has to do with patriarchal control. And at this point in time in human history, yes, Curtis doing that, dirty dog move, no question about it. Portia doing it, well, it was her choice to make. Isaiah was the dirty dog for making that choice. It's the man. It's the man because it's a story. If it was real life, moral judge whatever the facts is based on the actual facts. In storytelling, the dude is dirty and the woman is liberated because it's a story.
Well, do you think? No, I just switched it up on you because I was thinking about all these different places where things have been done. Okay?
The Crimson Office.
Which place needs sanitation the most?
The
Nina
Crimson Office
seems to
has
be
already
the
been
girl.
taken. All right, the Crimson Office has already been taken care of. Thank you, Nina. All right, I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't have a disinfecting steamroller come through the whole thing. There might be whole new furniture in that office come Monday.
Right?
All right, so Nina has already taken care of the Crimson Office. We don't have to worry about that. To me, just this guy right here, Matthew Sidwell, according to my name right there. Okay, me. All right, to me. Portia's office is the one that needs to be scrubbed down. Okay? And I know I just came off of Women's Lib and da-da-da-da and F. Isaiah and Go Portia. I know that I just came off of that. But we're talking to medical professionals, chief of staff office here. We're talking getting it on Grey's Anatomy. You know, not the TV show, but the actual textbook of Grey's Anatomy. Supporting somebody's weight. You know, like... I feel as though that needs a scrub down, probably more so than somebody's bedroom or something like that. The only excuse, the only caveat to that hospital get down is when the doctors get it on in the shower, because we're there already. Okay, it's already being rinsed down the drain. There's already soap in play.
Oh, Patrick and Robin used to give that shower a work.
I think the last couple that we saw in the hospital shower was TJ and Molly.
That's true. And another place where Robin and Patrick in the storage closet all the time. And that's confined space. They probably should have really sprayed that one down.
And also, I listen, while we're on this, and we can wrap it up here because we got to give our voice a break before the next podcast. While we're on this topic, okay? And I understand that Michael already told HR immediately upon hiring Jacinda that they had a relationship, even though it was fake at the time, and I guess now it's real. Who would have saw that coming? But he still also is the owner of Aurora Media, which is the owner of Crimson.
Crimson, yeah.
It is disgusting that the owner and CEO went to a subordinate's office to bone his girlfriend while she was at lunch.
Exactly.
That is disgusting. And this, folks, I recognize and understand that Rory Gibson is doing an amazing job. I understand that Michael is reaching new heights when it comes to interest and impact on General Hospital. But I would not hang out with that man. I would not hang out with him. I wouldn't.
No.
Elizabeth kissed Finn in the shower. I think that was a little bit before the TJ Molly. I think TJ and Molly is the one that dirtied it up last. And that's where you can find TJ there. Just he's still in the shower, staring at the wall going, she was once here.
What they did, I guess they just not going to explain TJ. They're just not going to do it.
Nope.
No.
He got dazed. Not D-A-Z-E-D, but D-A-Y-S-E-D. He got dazed. He's off the show for now, and he'll be back when it's time for TJ to do something, and he'll be a different actor.
Exactly.
Days of our lives.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hang out with Michael. I wouldn't hang out. I don't know Rory Gibson well enough to be able to. Sorry, Ma, to interrupt you. Ginger had a question. You wouldn't hang out with Michael or Rory. I wouldn't hang out with Michael. I don't know Rory Gibson well enough to be able to make that decision. So,
No.
but Michael, Rory Gibson seems like a good time. So Kelly Tebow likes to put stuff up on Instagram because she understands how it works and social media is important. And she and a bunch of different members of the General Hospital cast went and had a great time bowling. It was like party bowling, with the lights off and all that kind of nonsense, and the neon.
I bet you they had so much fun in Graceland. They said, like, we're not going to do shit together.
It was like her and Rory Gibson and Van Hansis was there, and Tanisha Harper was there, and Caitlin McMullen was there. I think
a lot of those folks went to Graceland.
Marco was there. Forget his name currently. And others, I don't remember. It was a whole group of them. A whole group of them had a good time, and I saw the pictures, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I was bowling on that day. This was here in Los Angeles. I'd have been like, oh my God, it's the Castor General Hospital. I gotta go say hi, because I always do. Thanks, Ma. It's your fault. Freaking Spencer Cassadine, not the little one, but the big one, Nicholas Chavez. He was coming out of the flippin' bathroom at the seafood place, and I'm like, hey!
Have you seen anybody recently, Matt?
Who did I see most recently? I think I talked about it on the podcast, but I ran into Dr. Montague at the grocery store.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yes.
And we got to talk to him at the fan event.
Yeah, and I gave him encouragement because he's like, I heard people didn't like my storyline. I said, no. They were tired of seeing Sasha tortured. You were like the fourth doctor in a row to like drug her up and torture her, and the audience was just tired of seeing that.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. I know people dislike Chase on the show, but he's a great guy. Are you talking about Chase, Matt? Chase himself is a great guy? Absolutely. Chase, he's a great guy. Mm-hmm. He's flippin' dumb, but he's a great guy. You can be a great guy and also make stupid choices.
Yeah. And
this, like getting Willow on the property. Oh my God, Chase, you don't want to be a cop anymore.
No, and Brooklyn should be bad about that.
Yes.
Yes.
Reginald, who doesn't even work.
Should be mad about that.
Reginald, who is not even the butler of the Quartermain property anymore, has called up Tracy to say, I heard that Chase let Willow on property. What? Even Reginald's mad. Okay?
Yeah.
Even Reginald's pissed. Unless he's in
Exactly.
jail. Didn't he embezzle from the company or something?
Even Ronnie called and said, hey, don't let Willow in the house.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I know I don't own the house anymore, but if you could, for the sake of honoring me and my sister, don't let it. So yeah, he's an idiot. He's just an absolute stupid face stupid who's going to stupid himself into a different life than he has right now.
Well, maybe he belongs with Willow because Snow White is about, she sometimes
Here's
she's
the thing,
not
though.
right either.
Snow White Willow, she had a progression into the stupid that she has right now. Chase woke up stupid one day.
They should have made Willow have the eye mites, Matt. They should have made Kate do the eye mites.
They should have. She'd have been like, man, my eyes are so itchy. Why is this? And then Alexis
comes. Crying too much. No, girl.
And then we can use Suzanne, all right? Suzanne comes in, and she's like, girl, let me tell you all about the eye mites, okay? I just suffered from it myself, okay? Boom, there we go. I got these drops. I'm going to take you right to the General Hospital pharmacy to get it. Oh, gosh. All right.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. All right, that's it, folks. We got to get out of here so I can rest up a little bit so we can be goofy again in about half an hour for another set of soaps.
Yeah.
We'll see how well we get through that one.
And my phone has just been blowing up with texts from all my kiddos.
All of them, not me.
Not you.
Christmas plans.
But the girls, yes, Christmas plans. The girls are like,
all right, well, you got some texts to reply to, and we have some energy to recover, so we can be back in about half an hour to talk about Days of Our Lives and Beyond the Gates. So get back down to the first floor, folks. Go on in, or get into the elevator, back down to the first floor. Go on into the parking garage. It's all right, Sidwell's distracted by other people. He does not care about us yet.
Not yet.
Get into your cars, turn your radios to previous episodes of the 10th Floor, or your favorite Sean Cassidy song, Chat, which has been talking about that guy ever since we brought up the Backstreet Boys and Donny Osmond.
Cassidy. Sean Cassidy, okay.
Jeannie likes Sean Cassidy, okay? You like Donny Osmond, she likes Sean Cassidy. So turn on your favorite Sean Cassidy song.
You know, Daddy T used to look like Sean Cassidy when he was a teenager. He really did.
If you had a great time, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want some more, give us a follow on social media at 10th Floor GH, especially if you can't find the audio version, or if it's really short, let us know and I'll try to fix that as soon as possible.
Try to fix it.
Yes. Like, subscribe, all of that stuff. We'll be back in half an hour to talk about Beyond the Gates and Days of Our Lives. Come back if you just want to hang out and tell more jokes about soaps, really, folks. Like, even if you're not watching those shows, come out and hang out and have a good time and contribute to the
Yeah,
chat.
I'm going to talk about how gross Stephanie kisses. See you
So
in
there
half-
we go. There we go. It's a weekend of gross kisses here, this fabulous holiday. That's it, folks. We'll be back. Goodbye. I've been Matt.
I think, yeah.